Subconsciously, I was thinking that if I don't learn the language here in Japan, I won't reach my full potential. And that was my downfall. I started learning Japanese from zero when I was 25 years old. I was fully an adult, so I was an adult language learner at 25. I attended classes in my native country, and after 6 months, I was dispatched to Japan. And I worked there, and within 2 years, within 2 years, I passed the JLPT N2. So that was a fun journey. That first few years learning Japanese. So my growth in the language was steep. I'm making friends. I'm discovering about this new culture, how to use respectful words versus informal words, and all the jazz. And after that, I went back home to the Philippines, to my native country. But for economic reasons, I had to go back to Japan and started learning the language again. And this time around, I feel like it's being forced on me, learning of the language. Well, I'm still interested in learning the language. I think I'm naturally interested in communication, so I'm interested in learning the language, but it's becoming a do or die thing for me this time around. That if I don't learn the language, I won't reach my full potential. I can't do things in Japan that I can otherwise do in my own country, or in an English-speaking country for that matter. So that was wrong. My first mistake, thinking that. My next mistake was thinking that immersion will help me improve in the language. So I entered a 100% Japanese company where everyone is Japanese. Well, almost everyone. But the foreigners are still speaking in Japanese, very good Japanese actually. So it's all the environment is 100% Japanese. I was thrilled. I thought I can use immersion to advance in the language. I was so wrong. That was my second mistake. Without studying on my own, without making an effort on my own, the language didn't come naturally to me. I couldn't understand anything, from the meetings to the bulletin boards, the announcements. I couldn't understand it. I can't read kanji. And so my world got smaller and smaller. Every day I was feeling like a child. So the advice that you should start learning the language as a child, that didn't work for me. And I didn't have to put that mindset of a child to learn the language. It was forced on me. I literally felt like a child while I was attempting to understand everything around me. But since I'm an adult, it didn't come to me naturally. And all the words were technical. There's no mother to instruct me with the language. Everyone is busy at work doing their own things. It's not an environment to learn the language with a teacher, somebody teaching you. So that was a wrong move. Thinking that immersion is gonna help me improve in the language. I'm not saying working in a 100% Japanese company is bad. I think right now in Japan, there are 100% Japanese companies and they're hiring foreigners and they're doing fine. So I was just not in the right mindset, if you can say that. So by the day, I was becoming more and more desperate to learn the language. I was trying to find the best way the fastest way, the most efficient way to learn the language. I wanted to pass the JLPT within a year, so I started studying hard, but I was doing all these inefficient things, cramming vocabularies in my head will work. I was doing all kinds of trial and error, and most of them didn't work, and I didn't pass the JLPT in a year, and I was drained. It was traumatizing. Looking back, the whole experience was traumatizing. What I did after the JLPT, since I didn't pass it, I was disappointed that my learning tools are not working. I stopped for 2 years. I didn't do any studying for 2 years. What I did was rest and stayed away from Japanese for a while. I immersed myself in English content instead. Thank God for the internet. Yes, I took a break. And that was good, taking a break, because it gave me some breathing space. It gave me a time to change perspective. It gave me a time to recollect, to rejuvenate. And I find myself having a go at learning Japanese again just a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, I started a challenge of learning Japanese again with a new attitude. I have a video about that over here, but it's in Japanese. There's a subtitle so you can understand it. If you want to know what my attitude now is in learning Japanese, you can watch that video. So far, I've been consistently exposing myself to Japanese material. I am trying to take in at least 15 words a day. And I'm having a good time finding fun things to do while learning Japanese. This is a new beginning for me. I'm in the plateau of the language learning process, but I am looking forward to getting out of it. And there are 3 things that I've learned in this entire journey. First, that thinking like a child in learning a language does not work for everyone. It did not work for me. I'm an adult, humbly learning a foreign language. I'm not a child. So I can do whatever I want. I can decide how I learn a language. Second is that it's okay to rest. It's okay also to stop. And it's okay to try again. That is a freeing feeling that you give yourself permission to decide whatever you want to do in your language journey. And number 3 is that learning our language is an enjoyable way to discover the world one word at a time. So that's a new attitude for me. I'm not losing my potential if I don't learn a language, but I'm discovering a new world and the joys and the fascination that comes with it. Thank you. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.